This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Oh, 1 year of waiting. This is going to be great. Here it is. Redfall. Oh, God dang it. What the f? Why? Arkane Austin. They never miss. They never miss. The studio that brought us Prey, Dishonored, and Deathloop. How could they absolutely the bed? Well, they just did with Redfall, the game that got delayed for over a year, the game that 3 weeks before its launch got announced to only have 30 frames support on the series consoles. This game, it is terrible. I had the unfortunate displeasure of playing this early, and oh my god, what the f? Guys, you're being dramatic. How dare you? I thought you liked Xbox games. Yeah, I like games that have a certain quality, and this game doesn't have any of it. The game sucks ass. It sucks ass, and let me explain to you why. What the hell? Let's talk about visuals, shall we? Holy crap, I didn't realize Redfall was a 360 game. This game looks like ass. It looks like ass. Holy, half the time I just stood there in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, is this loading up? Is this a massive LOD bug that I've encountered in the game? Oftentimes it is an LOD bug. The game is not loading the crap, and so you're met with crap textures, and when it does load up you realize, oh wait a minute, it's actually crap. NPCs look like ass. The vampires, they're okay. The other enemies, they just look like ass. This just does not look like a current or next gen game. It just doesn't look it. And with 30 frames, it just enhances the crapness. Effects like explosions, they look like ass. If you shoot your shotgun point blank against a door, your frame rate tanks because everything looks like ass. I thought the visual style or art style would carry their game.
Wrong.
No chance. The game looks like ass. Surely there'd be some nice current gen touches here and there. I can't think of any. The game looks like ass. This is supposed to be an example of what the series consoles can look like. It didn't look all that great visually, but we thought the art style would carry it. But no, what they showed and what this game actually looks like are two very different things. Did I mention the game looks like ass? Embarrassing. What about the audio? Characters love talking to themselves these days, right? The stupid, annoying habit of having cheesy dialogue constantly berate you. It's not as bad as full spoken, but it's still bad. Well, the vampires sound good, and the enemy dialogue is actually not so bad amongst themselves, but generally it's just, yeah. But the guns sound great. The gun sounds are really good, especially the sniper rifle, you know, especially silent sniper, you know, you get that, you know what I mean. There's some satisfaction there with the sound design, but the gameplay, oh my god, the gameplay loop. Like this game, from what the gameplay they showed off was so smooth, the combat looked great. Holy no, it's not. The tiresome loop that's forced on you. This is basically Redfall's gameplay summed up. Let me give you an example of the gameplay loop. Oh, hey, you want to fight the boss in this area? Fine. You need to collect 3 skulls. How do I do that? Oh, yeah, you need to complete 3 safe houses. All right, fine. Let me go to the safe house. Go in there. The door is locked. All right, how do I unlock this door? You have to power the generator. All right, there it is. Let me just generate the power. Oh, no, wait a minute. You need a key to open the generator. All right, let me find this key, and the game does a shit job of explaining to you where the keys are. So you're looking around, you end up finding the key in some random place. It's not really random, but it's just not well explained. The game's icons are crap everywhere as well. So half the gameplay loop is this: find a key, open a door, the door's locked, find the key. It's just not fun. Exploration in the game would be nice if the game didn't look like ass. But the game looks like ass. Everything is cumbersome in this game. I would have thought the gunplay would have been good in this game. Like, how can they mess that up? They got the people who made Quake, id Software, the guys behind Doom working on this, right?
Wrong. Wrong.
Gunplay is ass. The game is so stingy on ammo. The reload speeds on the guns are painful. If you're using a shotgun, it's like, what? They're freaking vampires chasing you, and it's just like, oh, come on, some sense of urgency. So the game forces you to switch to the other guns, and then you run out of ammo. So what do? You can't actually switch them, go into your menu, but the menu itself is in 30 frames, and it's so slow and so cumbersome. And you thought the powers were cool, like the way they showed in the trailer. It looked really nice and fluid, right?
Wrong.
I picked Layla, thinking, oh yeah, I can just use the elevator button and fly. In practice, it's so janky. It doesn't work smooth, and it's not because of the frame rate. It's just the way the game works. It's just slow. It's just not smooth at all. It's janky. It's juddery. It barely works. Game is littered with bugs. Every mechanic in this game is cumbersome. From healing takes ages to hold down, and you're just watching this bar too slow. The reload is too slow. Switching weapons, navigating menus to switch weapons, using your powers, it's so just not fun. There are lots of weapons in this game. There's a lot of weapon types in this game, but what you end up with are the same guns with the same names but with different stats or higher levels. And it's not really that engaging. I was hoping for something more meaningful. I was thinking the likes of Borderlands with more unique traits, but not really. Not so far as my playthrough, and I did play for several hours. Guess what Arkane Austin did? They shut the servers down because people were playing this game early. You know, the indication that this game was going to be ass was when they announced their embargo was so late, just a few hours before the release date. And they purposely did that because, you know why? They knew that the early previews for this game would make sure that everyone knew this game was ass. Game is ass. The AI is terrible in the game. The human reactions are just laughably dull. They barely react to their friends dying in front of them. It's so dumb. Check this out. Like, these vampires are trying to attack me, and most players will probably end up in this situation. They have to back away from all these vampires, and there's a hole in the ground that you have to crawl into to get to this area. But these enemies can't even attack me. They just stand there watching me because I'm crouched in a massive hole. How did this pass any quality assurance? Who designed the AI in this game? This is disgusting. This is terrible game design. Frame rate doesn't matter, yeah. Oh, look, Jedi Survivor's having problems. The performance, I mean, so much. Some people say they can't even notice the difference between 30 and 60. You need to go to Specsavers, bruv. Actually, you know what? You need to go to a mental asylum, because after playing this at 30 frames, there's no way you can argue against 60 being standard on FPSs now, because this game for some reason feels like it's running at half the frame rate of 30, and it dips. That's the absolutely part. The game that should be 60 on the world's most powerful console should be running 30 fixed. Well, it shouldn't even be doing 30, but the fact that it's a 30, you think it'd be fixed.
Wrong.
Game stutters all the time. It's a stuttering mess when you're doing executions on some of the vampire types. The frame rate just collapses into singular figures. It's just, what's the word? Oh yeah, it's ass. Just pure ass. It's just, the game is bad. The way the game plays and how it's shown in the trailers and the gameplay trailers, two very different things. I mentioned the game is ass. Hey guys, maybe the story is good. The story, bro, you basically get glorified PowerPoint slides for story. It's just barely animated stills, and it's just like, what is this? And I'm playing Layla. I'm thinking they're gonna explain really with like some cool cinematics what happened with me.
Wrong.
And after you hit a certain level, it's like, here you go, you've just unlocked your powers. Great. This game sucks ass. I don't get it. Oh, you know, I'm drinking some green tea right now. Do you know why I'm drinking green tea? I'm drinking green tea so that I can then catalyze my digestive system to force me to take a shit, because I'd rather do that than freaking make this video about this game that is pure ass. Ah, this game sucks. It is such an embarrassment for Arkane Austin and for Microsoft and Xbox. Don't Xbox send their quality assurance teams out there? There's no quality control at Xbox, clearly, if this game got released in the state that it has. This is a 360 game. It looks like a 360 game. It plays like a 360 game. It must be a 360 game. It's so embarrassing. This game looks like it was made by a 10-man team. Microsoft, where is your quality assurance teams? Do you even pay anyone to do any quality control? If you do, they're not going to the studios. They're off to the local strip club and just making it rain on some lucky mother who are the Gas. This is just trademark overreaction from you. It's not so bad. The game is terrible, and I haven't completed it. I've played it for several hours. Unless you're telling me that after completing all the side missions and the main boss, this game's going to suddenly switch, and the graphics are going to be great, and the AI is going to be fixed, and the freaking gunplay is going to be fun, and the reloading speed's going to be good, and the encounter designs are going to be great, then maybe I will do a review. Right now, I don't want to play the game any longer. Redfall is a gigantic failure, and a reminder of no matter how good a studio is, it can still up and create something that looks and plays like ass. Microsoft, Xbox, what are you doing? After making us wait for a year. Well, Hi-Fi Rush was a surprise drop. Shout out to Tango Gameworks. I think we're going to be holding on to them for a while. But this is embarrassing. You can't release a game like this. This game was obviously rushed. It looks incomplete. It looks and plays like this game was supposed to release 3 years later. The game is barely completed. The game world is completely hollow. It's absolutely empty. You can run for ages. You won't come across anything. Like, the only good thing I would say about the game design is whoever the artists are, they built a nice city in terms of the concept. Visually it sucks, but the artists who handcrafted the maps, they did a good job in terms of design. It's a shame that the game shits the bed completely in every other department. This is a first party game and you allow this kind of crap quality to come out there. Jumping from this to Dead Island 2 is an eye-opener. If you have both games, I dare you to use quick resume and just hop between the two games, and you will see Dead Island 2, a cross-gen game, makes this look 3 generations old. It's so different. Bad news for Xbox exclusive fans. Bad news for Arkane Austin. This is not a review, okay? This is just me ranting about this game after spending several hours playing it. And I've played enough. I've completed a lot of the side missions, big boss, everything. The game sucks ass. If you want me to do a review, pay me $1 trillion, and then I'll play this shit game. All right, thank you. If you like this video, like it, all that shit. Yeah, save. Shit game.